Good morning. Good morning. I am live this morning with just me. Unfortunately, Deb woke up without a voice, which does not help streaming live with YouTube. So I am so grateful that I get to come on and share a little bit about my weekend, what's going on, and how I'm kickstarting this week with my mindset. So I ended up taking a last minute trip with my partner up to Kingston, Ontario area. And we visited his son. It was such a lovely weekend, and now we're in Prince Edward County. So as you can see, maybe a little bit different in my decor. My lighting is a little bit off. However, I'm happy to be here with you this morning. So each Sunday night, I have a mastermind that I'm a part of, and we are reading this beautiful old school text to Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. I've mentioned it a few times in the podcast, and if you haven't started listening to her podcast, we launch a new one every Thursday. And this book has been such a game changer for me. So each month we'll go chapter by chapter, and we're starting right from the beginning to the intro. So I wanted to share a piece that I thought was very fitting. And if anyone knows the Henry Ford story, which Henry Ford, he's a popular guy. If you don't know his story, you should look it up. Though he really set what the automobile is today during the Depression, and now look at the success of what the Ford company has built. A lot of innovation. His story is incredible, and from the passage of the book says Henry Ford is a success because he understands and applies the principles of success. One of these is desire, knowing what one wants. So while we're reading this book, we go in 90-day stints of what we want to create in our rich lifestyle. So when I first started the book, I really thought to myself, like rich, money, abundance, things that I could have. However, while reading this book, it's been very clear that a rich lifestyle isn't just money and things that you can buy with money. Riches could be your health. Can you imagine having millions of dollars without having the health to carry you through or to make the impact that you want? The richness in your relationships and having quality friendships, great partners, the richness of your family, your spirituality, having that love for the divine or God or whoever you want to believe in, or being able to contribute to the world in a meaningful way. So when I've been looking at what does a rich lifestyle look like for me, my 90-day goals are going to support me to move towards that. So right now I'm thinking, what are going to be my next 90-day goals in those different areas of my life, whether it's wealth, relationships, spirituality, my physical health, and allowing myself to build goals so that each week when we're talking with Deb and I, what am I working towards? Because if I'm going to have a successful mindset, if I'm going to move forward, first, those thoughts that we're creating into our goals are going to be planting seeds of our dreams for tomorrow. So I would love to hear in your comments or anything that you do for your goal setting, because over the next week, that's my commitment. How can I move these next 90 days in a different direction, challenge myself a little bit more, and create sustainable habits or rituals? So for relationships, for instance, sometimes it's putting emphasis on friends and family or my partnership, and most of all, my relationship with myself. I have been known to go on pretty elaborate self-love dates, and they have been so rewarding for my soul. For my mental wealth, what kind of goal do I want to do? Is it a monetary value, or is it how many people I can impact? My physical health is definitely important. It's something that I always have in my mind. I think the easy go-to is like, oh, I want to lose weight. Well, absolutely. However, how do you want to lose that weight? Is it by modifying your diet or getting into a new routine of movement? Or maybe it's visualizing yourself every morning of the person that you see with that released weight. Because if you aren't able to believe what you're going for, sometimes that's harder to achieve. My spiritual contribution, what does that look like? How can I give to the world in a bigger way than myself? Or continue my spiritual practices like meditation in the morning, journaling. So those are a few things that I start for my 90 days. I'll write in the comments just some areas again that you can think of. So in this Monday morning kickstart, my first thoughts this morning were, okay, what am I going to create this week that will have a bigger impact to myself for the next 90 days? So I'd encourage you, those first thoughts in the morning are so critical. And it may seem like, oh, they're just first thoughts. Though as soon as you wake up, you're close to consciousness. And how can you move forward in the best light possible? I was listening to a YouTube last night with Wayne Dwyer and Abraham Hicks, two people I absolutely adore, and watching their interview was just so heartwarming. And they talked about those magical moments in the first few minutes of the morning, those first actually 17 seconds from the second that you start to awaken and then build onto your day. And maybe for this week, it's taking conscious awareness. What are those first thoughts that you're planting into your day? Are they memories of the past? Are the things that you need to, or that you're hanging on to from maybe the weekend, or energy that you were concerned about for this week? Or are those first 17 seconds of, okay, I'm visualizing the person I'm going to be. This is one idea for my goal and how I'm going to achieve it. Or maybe it's an affirmation of how you want to live your life. So this week, I'm practicing those first 17 seconds. How can I start shifting my day from moments when I wake up and dream into existence my next 90 days of my goals? So that's your kickstart this morning. I'm going to wish Deb well, see her healthy, see her strong. And how do you want to kickstart your week? How do you want to kickstart those first 17 seconds of your day so that you can live more, like Deb's saying, intentionally? She's in the comments. She promised me she'd watch, which I love. So those first 17 seconds, or just start taking notice. Maybe it isn't going as far as being so intentional of creating it, though. What are your first seeds that you're planting in the morning, and how can they continue to grow into the life that you want, that rich lifestyle that you want, instead of maybe visions of the past or worry of the future? Go forward with such positive enthusiasm and trust that the universe always has your back. We will see you this Thursday at 11 a.m. and we're talking Galentine's Day. So it's a really fun episode. If you love to celebrate with your gals, any ideas that you have, we're going to share what we've done for Galentine's Day. And it's just, again, like another fun way that you can show love for the holidays, this February vibe that we've got going on. So catch us on Thursday. We'll see you back live on Monday at 8 a.m. Enjoy the week, and feel free to comment below any thoughts that you have about your morning or the 90 days that you're going to create.